Yo, what's up, guys? How's it going? Hello, Spin. Hi, Fawn. Hi, Axis. Hi, Spider. Hi, Nate. Hi, Tom. Hi, Catcher. What's up? What's up? Happy Sunday, everybody. Do you guys have your coffee? Because you're gonna need it. Let's go. I just spent 2 hours repeating the same sentence over and over and over to try to get the pitch right. How interesting is that? Presenting is hard. Hi, Spider. Nice. Hello, Yuri. How are you? Nice. You got your decaf? Let's go. I got my not decaf. Yeah, so I got these things. They roll and they go into your hair, so you don't need hairbands. And that way, like, it keeps the volume without like dragging it with the hairbands, especially when you do buns. So, like, okay, I was trying out different hairstyles. Did you get it right? No. I got better, but I still haven't got it right, which is frustrating because it's so hard. It's like pitches are hard. Man, they're not easy, that's for sure. Because I was like trying to replicate this guy who was doing it. And so he was saying a certain sentence, right? Because I really liked his video. And so I was like trying to learn from the video because I thought the presenting was sleek. I thought the content was good. And so trying to break it down, and then I was going through his examples and then trying to like figure out the mechanics of the presentation. And so I noticed certain things. I noticed the pitches and the enunciating and certain things like that, and how he used it to his advantage. And I'm like, well, I need to do that too. I got to learn from him. And so I was trying, but it's really difficult. So here I am. But it was good practice. I did get a little bit better and I learned a lot. So there's that at least. But yeah. Yeah, this is gonna be my new lazy haircut. Instead of putting it up, I need to get my bangs done. Instead of putting it up, I'm just gonna like put it to the side like this. It just looks a bit better. Looks like a little bit nicer, cleaner. You know, so I'm gonna do that. Oh, and thank you for the 21 months, man. How are you doing? How you doing? All right, guys. How's everyone's Sunday going? Thank you, Tom. Yeah, I've been doing that for scripts and stuff as well. I think it's been helping a lot. To be fair, like, I knew eventually I would have to do something like that, and I was looking for videos, but I really resonated with this guy's videos. I really liked them personally, and I thought that his style was similar to the style I kind of want to achieve. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna learn from him. And I just like, I mean, when you're able to watch a video over and over without getting bored, it says something. And that's the kind of videos I want to make. And so I'm learning. But yeah. Well, you told me a secret. Oh, when I looked off to the side, that's funny. I need a haircut too. You're jet lagged? Where were you? I'm doing well. I am doing well. So yeah, it's just a lot of like repetition. And when it comes to presenting, that's what it is. It's about repeating it until you get it right and, you know, making a habit out of it. And so I've been working on that because I went back on a few of my videos that I recently recorded and I'm just like, dude, this is not good. This is not like, I am nowhere near the point where I should be in order to like really capture people, because like when you have a good presenter versus someone who isn't, it makes or breaks the content. So even if you have good content, good things to say, it doesn't really matter if you can't present them well. So that's where I'm at. Have to present them well. Have to play chess good. Oh, yeah, I don't know how to say his name. And I don't know if I looked it up or I didn't, but the thing is, I spend so much time looking up their names and then forgetting how to say them. And I'm like, dude, this is like ridiculous. And I think that there's some, I mean, I tried and I think I said it right. Like I researched it. But then there's some that are very difficult to say, like the French names. I don't know how to say Carpentier. Carpentier. I will never be able to say that if I'm even saying that remotely correct. Or what? That's how you say it? But anyways, Yui, Not ooey. That is so different. Urwa? Why is it spelled E-U-W-E if it's not ooey? I have no idea to say that. This is the annoying thing about chess. You have all these names that are from all these different places with all these accents that you don't have. And then you sit there and you're struggling to say the name. But yeah, so hi Lewis, how's it going? It's hard. It's very difficult. I tried though. I will admit. I probably butchered some of them, but I tried. I got Paul Morphy right. So yay. That's what I really needed to get correct at the end of the day. Anything else? Bonus. That's a hard one too. I just played 100, but I felt so bad beating them, so I drew. Yo, you gotta be ruthless and just destroy them. Alright, chess isn't for the faint-hearted. If you know you quit after being destroyed, well, chess is not for you. You know, you gotta keep persevering in chess. You have to keep going. You gotta be so persistent. Hello from Mexico. Hello. How you doing? Why would you feel bad? Maybe sometimes like I would feel bad for making somebody possibly feel bad. I guess it's something called empathy. Ifan, congrats. Big news. I think I'm almost back to 1900. So you don't get that at all? For beating someone? Yeah. Yeah. For beating somebody. It can still suck, right? So say that you're a grandmaster, 2 grandmasters, you're fighting for first place, and you just went through torture playing multiple long ass games every single day for the past week. I don't know how long it goes on, probably longer. And then only one of you could win, right? Unless you draw, I guess, whatever, I don't know. But say that one of you does win and the other loses, but both of you are in line to be first place and, I don't know, win the world championship, whatever. Pretty sure that goes on for way longer. But if I was in that position, I won, I'd be happy, but I would also feel bad because, I mean, that person was also fighting hard for it and they went through torture as well. And you can feel bad for somebody and still happy for yourself, you know? Well, not even, but that's the thing. It doesn't have to be that extreme, but that's like an example I could come up with. What's up, Twitch? How are you? But, and it could be the same, right? Like winning against the kid at a tournament, especially like if, you know, I mean, they're a kid. Sometimes they don't take it well. It can be a little bit sad at anything ever. That's fine. But I do understand why somebody might feel bad. That's all I'm saying. I think that there's, you know, just feeling for somebody, right? Like, oh, they must feel sad after this, which is completely separate. You can still like be ruthless and completely destroy somebody, but you know, feeling bad for them or feeling like kind of feel for them because I'm sure I understand the pain they're going through is it's totally normal, I think. They punch your reporter. What? Oh yeah, and if your opponent cries at the board, yeah, absolutely, I would feel bad for them. It's like, oh shit, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you're feeling that way. It does suck. If they could swap the doll from the vending machine. I made the boss the villain. Small victory, so that's kind of funny. I don't get it, imp. The sooner they learn the lesson. But what lesson? Competition is competition. You can learn from your mistakes, but like I don't think there's always a lesson to learn there. It's not like, you failed, this is your punishment. It's not really like that. You know? What elo? Well, my highest rating was 1927. You knew the kid would cry. All right, it's a little bit okay. Screw that kid. Honestly, like crying over some toy. Move on, kid. Come on. I can't relate to that. It's the machine. Well, you can't have everything you want in life, kid. And that's where learning a lesson is good. No, it's those vending machines, man. You can't, as an adult, you can't even get anything out of those stupid vending machines. But I can totally empathize. Here's the thing. I can empathize with people who try really hard, but they just lose. It happens. We can't always be winners. So I will feel bad for somebody who tried their hardest, you know, or tried very hard and they lost, but that doesn't obviously mean that you need to act on it or anything. Like, you can genuinely just feel bad for somebody, you know, bad for what they're probably going through. Yeah, well, that's not even cries over a loss. Like, people who feel sad over a loss, that's absolutely normal. That's called empathy. Because you can often relate to it too. Like, that's not, you know, the feeling, the crappy feeling of losing or failing at something. You don't have to go through it yourself to, like, always feel it. Like, you can totally feel bad for somebody. Like, just empathize with them. That's it. That's all it is. Empathy is extremely important, by the way. Like, I hope you guys understand that, give them a hug. What's up, Anonymous? Empathy is a pretty important thing in understanding other humans. Hi, Owen. I mean, hi, Owen. Bye, Owen. No, Owen. Wait. Thank you for the gifted sub. I got confused. You know? Yeah, well, you know, you can win at something. I'm just saying, guys. You know, you don't listen, like, it's a good way, right? Like, the importance of empathy is that you're able to understand and feel for somebody in a situation that you yourself directly did not have to go through. But it doesn't mean anything in the sense that, like, you need to act on it or something. But I think it's just good to be that way so you don't end up being, like, unintentionally cruel to somebody, because that happens sometimes. You know what I mean? Like, unintentional cruelness is not good, because it's like, why, right? I don't know. Empathy is important, period. That's all. There's such thing as being overly empathetic. Okay, that's definitely a thing. But I'm talking just empathy. That's it. Not overly empathetic about every single stupid thing. Not everything needs too much empathy. But yeah. They're not beginners. Dude, 700's so beginners. 700 is, yeah, overly empathetic can be toxic. It's like, it makes a whole 180, well, you know, whole lap, basically. Funny. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Well, yeah. I do think that unless, like, I think overly, yes. Okay, say that you give them a draw in a game that mattered. Okay, because you're being overly empathetic. I do think that's too far. But over some stupid game, right? Like, that doesn't mean anything. If the purpose is like, hey, you know, I'm just going to draw them, make them feel a bit better, maybe like encourage them to work harder because, I don't know, if they just won against somebody who's 500 points higher. I don't think that's specifically a bad thing. Like, I think that could be good. Like, if you're okay with, you know, taking the draw, because it doesn't mean anything for you. Like, you're not losing anything out of that. Like, you're possibly helping somebody kind of, you know, feel better. That's why sometimes, like, I think adults will let kids win in certain situations. I don't mean like competitive chess or something. I mean just in general, right? Like, win at some silly game. It's to kind of give them that confidence booster that they need to do better or to try harder, which I think is okay. Well, I just explained how you're helping them, so how aren't you helping them? If they're a kid, especially. Yeah, it definitely depends on the situation. Well, False confidence. What? That was a child. They didn't win, it's a lie. That's okay. False confidence can be a good thing. Have you ever heard of fake it until you make it? There's a reason that's a thing. It's the same with this stuff. Like, if somebody's a beginner at something and you genuinely just want to encourage them and you're going to do it through drawing a game, I think the intention is good. Like, I don't think it means anything if it's not competitive. If you're not like losing anything out of it, why not, right? Hi, Flexi. It's bad. Okay, so how is it bad? Exactly. I need to hear why it's bad though. Like, I'm curious. Because you're not getting anything out of, like, you're not losing anything, sorry. You're not losing anything out of doing this, like, act, like this act of a, like, humble act, I guess, in a way. They did not win. Okay, but that's not explaining why it's bad, though. Like, it's not, you need a reason it's bad. Like, why is it bad to give people, you know, a sense of confidence in a situation like that? Yeah. Yeah. No, yeah, really. Really. How is it bad? Because this isn't like a situation where it's harmful if you're like telling somebody they're right when they're not right about something. No, I'm not kidding. I am being 100% serious. How is it bad? How is it bad? It's because I explained that the benefit of doing something like that with kids especially is that you're giving them confidence and encouragement in the long run. So what is the drawback? So if you let them win in a game, right, that they weren't winning in, what's the drawback of letting them win? Curious. What's up, Pred? What's up, Remarkable? Like, I just want to hear the drawbacks. If anybody has any drawbacks, I'm open to hearing them, because this is, again, just an opinion. Like, it's not a strong opinion on my end, but it's just an opinion. You let them win, they didn't win. Okay, but that's not bad or good. It's a fact, right? You let them win in a situation where they didn't win. That's the fact, yes. But why is it bad? I need to know why it's bad. Like, I want to hear why specifically letting somebody win when they shouldn't, especially if they're younger or beginner, is bad. It's bad to lie. Why is it bad to lie? All right. Well, is it even a lie? Like, you made a conscious decision to lose. It's not exactly a lie, though, is it? So, why is what bad? Why is it bad to let, like, a beginner or a kid win in a game that's not competitive, like a casual game? It's 100% a lie. How is it a lie? You didn't say anything. You didn't say... You didn't say anything. You made a conscious choice to make something, a decision that makes you lose. You know? No, but you're still not explaining why it's bad. I need to hear why it's bad. I'm not going to just listen. I don't just believe in claims or, like, there's nothing to be said if there's no, like, there's no reason behind it besides just, like, making a claim that is bad. Why though? Why? Where's the why? Where's the evidence? While letting them think they won, yeah, that's totally fine, because you did it with a purpose, and your purpose wasn't ill. It was not harmful. This, like, association with lying always being bad is interesting, because there are times in your life you will have to lie to save yourself. Imagine the ability to only tell the truth. It can get you in a lot of trouble, especially with certain people. Okay. It's kind of it's intended for defense and survival, if you think about it. Obviously, you should minimize your lying and not do it when you shouldn't. But I don't think that this has to do with lying. You know? Losing what? Nobody in here has once told me why it's bad. Okay, why is it bad to let a beginner or a child to win a casual game that does nothing for you for winning except give you an ego boost? That's all it does. Okay, well that's fine. Well, okay, we're not talking about lying specifically. We haven't even answered why it's bad. All right, I want to hear why it's bad to do something like that. I do think ego boost is necessary. You don't need your ego boosted after winning against a beginner or a child at like soccer or a race. You know what I mean? Like, okay, why is it not good for you? Why is it not good for a beginner? Like, why is a false ego boost not good in a situation where somebody just started a game? Or is in a point in their life where they're learning? Why? There's a lot of it's not good for you, it's bad for you, it's not good for you, it's bad for you. I understand that's the claim, but why? Because you should earn it. Okay, so what does earning it have to do with it being bad? Again, like, it's going from one claim to another. Where's the evidence? Yeah, there are, Tom, you're right. I am not, no, it's just like a thing. So I'm just curious. Yeah, I don't, and plus, no, yes, I don't see letting somebody win is not a lie. That doesn't fit in the definition of lies. Yeah, so I don't. Anyways, still don't know why it's bad. No. Well, you guys can make all the claims you want, but if I don't get a reason why, this isn't going anywhere. Kids, okay, they're naturally not going to be as good in most things because they're a kid. Their brain is developing, all right? Their bodies aren't developed yet. If you let a kid win in a race, that's going to mean a lot to them. Doesn't mean shit to you if you win against a kid in a race. I think it will help their confidence. That's the purpose of doing it, because it will actually encourage them to genuinely do better and to reach a point where they could win against you potentially one day. Same with beginners, right? Like, if it's gonna help somebody feel a bit better, why not? It's your choice. It's not bad or good, but it could do something good in the sense of making somebody feel good. But yeah. What's up, Cheshire? Alright. Gotta beat them while they're young. Although it's important to teach kids how to lose, I think it's also important to encourage them, however you do it. But I don't think that letting them win when you are winning is inherently bad, because I don't think any harm comes from that, unless you're consistently always giving them a win, no matter what, in every aspect of their life. But that's different. It's very different in moderation than like excessiveness. Excessiveness is always bad. Like, being too critical with your child is always bad. Being too kind, or not kind, but being too like soft is gonna be bad too. It's gonna backfire. But say no you didn't. What happened? So if they say after I beat you, you will say no you didn't. Yeah, that's fine with me. I don't care. Like, if I let a kid beat me and then later they're like, oh, I beat you, I'd be like, yeah, you beat me. Because what does it do for me that I beat them besides give me an ego boost? That's it. Why do I need an ego boost? Like, I don't. Like, I really, really don't. That's a lie. Okay, so if I say that, then that is a lie. However, me letting them win is not a lie. Oh, wait, no, it's not a lie, technically, because if I made a decision in the game, right, to let them made a decision that basically makes them win, they did beat me. That is not a lie. No, it's not, because I made a bad decision, even if it's intentional, that let them beat me. It's not a lie. Unless they said, hey, did you let me win? And then I said no, then yeah, that would be a lie. But if they asked, oh, I beat you, or they said I beat you, and I said, yeah, that's not a lie. Yeah. And that's why we didn't say all the time, just like how I said excessiveness just literally a minute ago. If applies to everything. How are they going to also, you know, gain confidence if you're consistently destroying them and everything? Same thing applies. Anyways, yeah. Who gets an ego boost from beating kids, dude? Have you seen these chess players? Yeah, dude. I actually remember reading about that, Mustafa. Yeah. By getting better. The world is not black or white. There's not one thing, like one way of doing things. People get better after they get some encouragement a lot of times. This isn't the only way. You don't have to let somebody beat you. But that's not even like what this was about. The argument was, is it bad to let somebody win? Specifically, to add more context, to let a beginner or a kid win. I said, nah, it's not bad. Of course, you have to take into consideration excessiveness, which is usually always bad in everything, right? That's not a lie, though, but that's a whole nother argument. There's no point of going into that. We haven't even passed the first argument, which is it bad to let somebody win who's a beginner or a child? Well, I will be playing chess, yes. I think my granddad used to regularly let me win in the second game, and I'm sure you love your granddad. Yeah, it's, or not evil, but bad. I think, like, it's not, things aren't so black or white, that's it. They're not. Oh, absolutely, and I agree with Anonymous on that, definitely. But it's like, dude, like, one's here or there over something silly. It's not that deep. That's the thing. Like, it's really not that deep. Like, letting somebody win is not that deep. Like, if you think that, you know, you could encourage a beginner or something, sheesh, let them win, dude. Who cares? It's not that bad. All I see is, like, how it could do good. I don't see how it could do bad. Like, the worst that could happen is that they get, like, a huge ego, and then that's on them. That's only going to backfire on them when they get destroyed later on. But you know, nobody's going to get that big of an ego out of winning one game. Unless they do, well then yeah, they're going to learn. Yeah. Again, it's just in moderation, especially with kids. Like, I do think that giving kids a win here and there is good for them. Are you saying things in extremes? Oh gosh, please no. Okay, one thing I cannot stand though, a lie is a lie. It's never black or white. It's really not. No, it's not. You keep saying that, but you haven't explained why it's the worst thing you can do, or it's bad. Okay. We were talking about if it's okay to let some, like a kid or some beginner win in a casual game to boost their confidence. But yeah. Someone 10 in a row. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, it's bad because they'll think they're so good. I don't think they will though. That's like jumping to extremes. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of jumping to extremes. I'm talking about people. Aren't 5-year-olds people though? Usually this is done with just kids though. It's not done so much with adults. Although I could see potential benefits with beginners because, you know, whatever. But again, that's not really the case. All right. That's why it's bad. Well, let him in, that's why it's bad. Okay, okay. Yeah. I see. All right, whatever. Nobody has nobody has yet explained why it would be bad. Besides the extremes, that's it. Yeah, for grandpas, not so much. Yeah. You about what? Oh, if you want spin? Yeah, but nobody has explained why. It's like, it's funny. I feel like I gave a pretty good point, but whatever. I did. You didn't once explain why it's bad. All you said was it's bad, it's bad, it's bad. It's bad. I understand it's bad, but why? It didn't win the debate. It won the poll. It did not win the debate. Not one reason was given for the opposing side for this debate. All right, I won by default because not one single person who said it's bad has actually given a reason why it's bad. That's the thing. Not one person has given a reason. Where is the reason? All right, I'm gonna read the thing you said, Ifan. 1 second. 1 sec. In something like chess, there's an issue with having to address the fact that a tactic they used worked when it shouldn't have. But the tactic didn't work, though. That's the thing. Like, that doesn't mean the tactic worked. In chess, tactics are missed all the time. People win because you miss one thing. Like that. So it's, again, like, I don't think that that means anything. All I said is bad. Yeah, but that's not debates. You have to give reasons. That's why I didn't win the debate. It's okay to say that it's bad, but you have to explain why in a debate, right? Because I see there was no reason given, like, from anybody who said that it was bad. None of you and more people said that it was bad to let somebody win. All right. Like a beginner or a child win when they shouldn't, then good. Okay. No, you didn't give one single reason. All right, somebody summarize what Spin said about it, because I asked like 5 times, 5 to 10 times, and there was no reason. There was like not one given from anybody, including you, Spin. I'm out of the loop. Truffle, yeah, I think I just explained it. Dude, like, if I had like... See, I don't think that I would like, if I was teaching one of my friends to play who's an adult, yeah, I do think it would be weird to let them win. I don't think it'd be bad or good. I think it would just be a little strange. I think it would make sense to go easier on them, which could make them win, which happens. But with kids, But I don't, again, like, I don't think it's bad. Like, there's nothing bad about it. Even if I wouldn't do it with adults. But I wouldn't willingly lose. Well, that's fair enough. But specifically, I'm focusing on the bad, though. Like, I think that there could be good that comes out of it. I just don't see the bad. I'm just waiting for the reasons. He knows he sucks. Well, yeah, exactly. Exactly. I think it's usually younger people, right, who need that. 5-year-olds, like Spin mentioned, even teenagers, perhaps. I don't know. Teenagers are, you know, emotional and insecure a lot of times. Maybe it'll do them some good. Yeah. Well, here's the thing, though, Truffle. I was talking about excessiveness and how I'm talking about here and there and not excessiveness, because yes, excessiveness. All right, excessiveness is always bad. Always. So yeah, that's it. Like, excessiveness, period. Talking here and there. Habits take consistent, all right? Consistent ways of doing things in order to form, right? That's how habits form, through consistency. If anybody's letting you consistently win, there's a bigger problem there. But we're talking about, like, a game you play once with a friend. You know what I mean? Yeah. Well, we're not talking just chess. I mean, in general. Yeah, odds a good way. Make them think they're better than they are. But that's not the thing, though. You don't, though. You don't, though. Like, any person, okay? Like, any idiot online who's like 1,000 rated and beats a 2,000 rated player and thinks that they're better is an idiot. There's nothing more to say about that. The problem isn't what was done. The problem is them, because no offense, but you winning one game against a freaking 2,000 rated player doesn't make you better, okay? That's not how probability works or anything like that works. So that's like a problem with the person themselves and not understanding that. But like, yeah. If I found someone let me win, I would feel like shit. And I totally get that. I think that I would too at this point, because I'll get pretty offended that somebody would let me win. That's how I feel about odds, though. I don't like odds. But I think that if I was younger, I would appreciate that if I figured that out in the future. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly, but that happens all the time, Bill. How many people on YouTube, all right, I'm gonna call out YouTube, but they watch a game of mine and they're like, oh my god, I'm 500 and I would have played that better. How many people say that kind of crap? Yeah, I don't like it, Pred. I've told you that. Yeah. Exactly. And it does feel like pity if you're older. So I do think that, I guess, like, what I should have said is beginners, younger beginners. Like, I shouldn't have said beginners, because I think that it's not even like a matter of good or bad. It's just weird to let a adult win, because it's like you're treating them, you know, like they're not capable. I guess, but like, you know, I guess like this would really just apply for younger people. He's letting you win, it's fine. Like, not the same thing, Spin. Not the same thing at all. But he's not letting me win. He's just doing it to be annoying. Really. But also, Pred and I are not that much of a, you know, elo apart to do that. But it's not even that. It's that I would rather just not play against somebody if I have to play odds. Because to me, that's not fun. Right? It changes the whole game. You're not against... So, what kind of matches do you think it would be good to let adults win? I'm actually curious, Tom, like, and when do you think it would be good? Only because the problem, if you let adults know, you let them win. Don't let them win. Don't let them know, I guess. Just stay in your lane. That happens so much, and it's annoying as hell. It's fucking like... It's a problem, alright? It's a problem. The worse you are at something, the louder you are about it a lot of times. It's actually the next video I'm working on, the Dunning-Kruger effect. So I'm excited for that video, but it's very true. Like, it's a thing, it's a phenomenon. People who are beginners at something are overly confident. So, because they don't yet know how much they don't know. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, it's more so weird, but that's an opinion, Truffle. Like, it's not bad or good per se. Like, it's pretty neutral because there's no harm that's done. And in my opinion, because there's not harm done, I think usually there could be some benefit. You're like, oh, I just want to give this one to my friend, whatever. Like, they've been, you know, having a lot of L's recently. Like, I just want to, you know, give them a booster. I think that's fine. Who gives a fuck? Like, it doesn't mean anything to you. And if it makes them feel a little bit better, totally cool. You know, you're being nice to your friend. At the end of the day, it's just some stupid casual match that doesn't matter. Wrong. I wouldn't be for letting someone win. I agree with you. Absolutely, Tom. That's why I mentioned earlier, casual, always. Competitive, no. But in other situations, you can let others win, even adults. Yeah, and I tend to agree with you on that. Because... You're wrong. Okay, but why? Why? Why am I wrong? Why is it wrong to let a friend possibly win if you want to make them feel a bit better? Can't lower my elo. Yo, we're talking about casual games. You gotta be like, who gives? That's the thing. Winning is not more important in a stupid casual game than possibly making somebody feel better. Because they'll feel worse. They won't, though, because they won't know about it. It's like what Truffle mentioned earlier. After you tilted, if I didn't know about it, I'd be like, hell yeah, I feel great. I won the game. You know what I mean? But this, we're not talking rated games. We're talking casual games. You know what I mean? It's like, hell yeah. But like, exactly, Sky. Exactly. Especially like if it genuinely would help them in some sort of way. I think that's totally okay. And it's like silly to be so rigid. Like be like, oh, I'm not gonna let my friends win anything. Oh, his dog just died? Well, I'm gonna destroy him in this game right now. This casual game that's not gonna give me anything but some sort of 10-second fulfillment. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, okay. Like, cool. Priorities, I guess. Yeah, I agree with that too. Like, that's very strange. Like, if somebody won one freaking game and they're like, I'm better than you, ha 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 ha. Like, how old are they? And arguing against your own points. Yeah. See, Chazzle knows what's up. His dog died. Yes, his dog died. I don't know, dude. He just lost his job. And like, you know, his shoe got stuck in an escalator after flying all night. And then, you know, he's in town and he's like, oh, I want to play a chess game against you. And then he starts telling you all about this stupid series of events that has happened to him. And then what are you gonna decide? Like, oh, like, I'm just gonna completely, knowing that you're better too, I'm gonna completely destroy this person. Or you're gonna be like, hey, maybe I'm gonna do something nice. Because I don't want to make them feel worse, even if it's by a little bit. Yeah, that happened to me. My shoelace got stuck on an escalator because of this stupid ass, like, freaking luggage. Yeah. So I'm gonna let you win? No. But it just reminded me of that. Just, you know, series of events that happened. Glimmer of hope, then crush them. Yes. Okay, buddy. Amazing survival story, thank you. But anyways, so that's all okay. Like, I'm just saying, it's not that big of a deal. Like, it's not gonna like destroy the universe or, you know, destroy his chance at happiness and success in the future, or your chance at happiness and success in the future if you let somebody win a stupid race, a casual race that doesn't matter, or like stupid chess game, stupid casual chess game that doesn't matter. Thank you, Bill. Have a good rest of your day, Bill. Yeah, Paradox. Don't they do that? Like, doesn't the freaking... Okay, wait. Don't casinos do this exact thing in the machines? They'll let you win at first, and then they'll hook you because they're like, hell yeah, like, I have good luck. And then you go, you win like 40 bucks. This happened to my cousin. I know this is a thing too. I've heard about it. You'll win, and then you'll start losing consistently. It's a tactic. Even, not even a tactic. I guess it's kind of, nah, I would see more of a tactic. I have not Sherlock. Like, it's different than skill. Well, this isn't luck though. This is a tactic. Yeah. But it's funny. No, you're twisting my words. Unless I say something directly, do not twist my words. I do not like that. But that is a tactic that's used in an environment that's not so healthy. And I understand that. But the point is that it works. Yeah, it is very, very much a psychological trick. Mm-hmm. And then it's just pure luck, but not even really luck because totally rigged. There's no way that casinos aren't rigged as hell. I don't go to them, but you know what I mean? Like, you know, there's these words, right? Like dishonesty and lies and whatnot. And they're bad. But they're bad because of the effects they have. they're not bad because they exist, right? Like they're bad because of the effects. So yeah. Being dishonest in a situation that could harm someone, shitty. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Although there are people who don't believe in white lies, so that is interesting because yes, there's bad lies and then there's white lies, or there's just lies and then there's white lies. Um, mm, and that topic is interesting. If white lies are bad or good. I don't think you decide. I think that you look at the outcome or the possible outcome, right? If you know that if you respond with the truth in a situation where somebody will punch you straight in the face, you lie. All right? They ask you a question and you know that they will punch they told you they will punch you in the face if you say yes. Will you say yes? Probably not. If you did say yes, that's stupid as hell. You would say no. Why the hell do you want to get punched in the face? What do you get out of telling the truth in that case? You actually get harmed. And that's the point. Like everything we do in our lives, every choice we make is intended to better our lives and to better the community around us and to better society, blah, blah, blah. That's usually, you know, whatever, the way of things, like at least like the ideal way of things. You don't do them just because. Do you know what I'm saying? You do them with intent. So I might say yes. Okay, Tom, you might say yes, but say that's a gun instead. Do you see my point though? Okay, well, what if you're handcuffed, Anonymous? Right. And that's what I'm saying. Lying is bad because it harms, but how about in situations where it doesn't harm? That's the point. Like all these things is the effect they have that's bad. And so you focus on making choices based on the effects of them, right? Like you wouldn't give a crap about staying up all night if there were no effects. All right, it wouldn't matter. But you go to bed on time, or at least you try to, and then you try to sleep a certain amount of time because you know of the detrimental effects it has on you and how it's going to make you feel. It's like that with everything else too, about lying, deceiving, cheating, this and that, like because you know those things have bad effects most times, some more than others. But then you have white lies, and if the effect is not bad, then you question it. That, you know what I'm saying? So then that's lying your resume. Yeah. Sleeping. I just wish that we needed to sleep less. So may have placed conflict, but many psychologists say any lie can have impacts on the subconscious. Interesting. I don't know about that, Sky. What kind of impacts does it have on the subconscious? That's interesting to study. But yeah. If the lie is good for the other person. Interesting. There are times where it is good for the other person, right? If like someone else won, if that's a lie. If making a slightly worse mood to let someone else, I would not consider it a lie. I do think it would be deceiving, but I don't know if deception is the same as lying. Or matters, or if it matters specifically. That's all. Well, let's look up the definition of deception versus lying. You will disappear forever. And that's the thing, there's not really... Like, what do you get out of it, though, right? If I give someone 20 bucks because they're hungry, is that a lie? Oh, wait, why would it be a lie? Interesting. Subconscious and recognized lies so it can cause cognitive dissonance. But how would it even do that, though? I think that most people lie a lot. It could be a white lie, but it's still a lie. To make someone believe something that isn't true. Fair enough. So you're deceiving then. I see making a worse move. I think it would fall into deception. If a deception's a lie, then yes. Mm-hmm. So the question now is it bad? Bad or good? I never have. The Truman Show, what about it? Even watching a movie or playing a game can put his mind in primal activity. Yeah, I don't know too much about that stuff. It sounds interesting though. 720, maybe it's a worse move. I have no idea, Tom. Yeah. Personally, I don't look at the act itself, I look at the consequences. That is why it's like when I hear lie, I don't think bad all the time. Certain things do have bad consequences 100% of the time. Don't think lying is one of them. I think that it's necessary for survival oftentimes. You can get shunned for being honest about certain things in society. Like, it's like something to protect yourself, but it could be used for bad. Yeah. Yeah. Live your entire life being lied to, or rather lie to everyone your entire life. Depends if what they're lying to me about. Like, what if they're like, you're ugly and that's a lie? But then you're like, damn, but then everybody's telling you that because you're constantly being lied to. But if it's like, oh, you're pretty, but then you're not, then I'm like, damn, yeah, that's dope. Yeah, give me those lies. Depends what you lie about. Well, thank you, Spin. Why can't I intend to lose to make someone else feel better? I see what you're saying, Tom. That's interesting. Interesting, okay. So you did make that choice. Yeah, now I understand. Now I understand. So it is actually questionable if it's even deceiving. Because you intended to make that choice and then you didn't make it. Because when you play a game, you're making choices to whether win or lose. And sometimes you get those choices, okay, so usually you'd make the win choices because you want to win. But what happens in the case that you don't want to win? Is that so bad? You're like, hey, I don't want to win, period. I'm going to make the choice that makes me lose. Lies in job interviews. Dude, they totally want you to lie these days, it seems. That's what I constantly hear about. I look at that thread. Between conscious and subconscious, I like to say this, subconscious power, speed, and sick, but the conscious we control. Right, for sure. Interesting. Well, I guess we can play. Oh my god, it's been an hour already. Alright. We can play a singular game. And then go from there. How many politicians lie? or twist the truth, quote unquote white lies sometimes. Mm. But that's like constantly done. When I was taking my communications classes, I had to study some of the political debates, and they do that shit all the time. They twist things so much. Right. Yeah. So, okay, well, let me look at the definition of deceiving, because I think deceiving has a negative connotation. Cause to believe something that, okay, cause someone to believe something that's not true, typically in order to gain some personal advantage. See, those are the things, like, you read these definitions, and then it has things like personal advantage. How is letting somebody win deceiving if you're not gaining anything? Nor are you making them believe something that's true, because you did let them win. What you could be making them believe is they're better than you, but that would be ridiculous. Okay. All of them. I don't know. Thank you so much for the raid. Adriana, thank you, thank you. How's it going? Welcome, everybody. Lions normalize politics. It's a part of human nature to a certain degree. It really is. It's not a lie, but then it can feel patronizing, insulting. I do agree that it definitely can feel patronizing, insulting. You're not letting them believe they're better than they are. It's one game. It's not just... No, and who cares? Who cares if they believe that they're better than they are? What are they gonna do? Like, go sign up for Dancing with the Stars after, like, I don't know, dancing one time against you? A dance-off? Hey, thank you, Adriana. Hope your stream was doing well. No, not wrong, because I don't think that there is a bad effect that comes from it. Like, I think that it's only when it's done, like, consistently where it can turn very bad. You're wrong, you're wrong. You can keep saying I'm wrong. You're, like, not gonna change anything. I'm just giving you pointers. Like, I'm not saying I'm right. I'm not saying I'm wrong. I am telling you, though, of the possible benefits. That's all. There's nothing more to it. I don't give a shit about being wrong. Like, that like stuff doesn't bother me. I don't really care about that. But what I do like is discussing these and figuring it out, because what I learned today is deception. Magically bad. Well, yeah. If you eat dessert once a week, it's not that bad for you. If you eat it every day, it's pretty bad for you. It's like that with everything. Excessiveness is a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you sleep late one night, you're fine. If you sleep late consistently, you're not going to be fine. If you eat fast food moderately, that's why you always hear in moderation for everything. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Heroin. I'm not talking about everything, dude. Take poison once and that's enough. This is within reason. Remember that, guys. Within reason. You know? Dude. Within reason, people. Don't go taking freaking drugs or poison and then being like, what? I thought that in moderation I wasn't gonna die from the poison. Alright. Okay. Well, you're an idiot, then I don't know what to tell you. Period. But, yeah. My girlfriend is mid-looking. I tell her she looks so amazing. Am I evil for lying? Yes, okay. How often do you apply moderation? I think that's when you start looking at the data out there. Right? Like, okay, how often can you have dessert before it starts to have detrimental effects? But that's up to the person to choose. But there are certain things that really will not impact you much if you do it here and there. But that's each person's choice. Yeah, because why would you yeah, like say that some guy who's extremely unattractive, you know, in your standards, I guess, comes up to you and they ask you out. Are you gonna be like, no, sorry, you're extremely unattractive? That's gonna do way more harm being truthful in that case than to just be like, no, sorry, not interested. Which I guess is also truthful, but it's like not saying one or the other. Who decides if it's reasonable? Use your brain. This is why we have common sense. Like, what else am I supposed to say about that? All right, like, seriously, this is why we have experiences, and this is why we learn from our experiences. So you don't need to like complicate everything. It's like, oh my god, is this like, is a room with black furniture gonna make the room look bigger than a room with white furniture? Well, buddy, you don't need to do a ton of research for that. Go look at a room with white furniture and a room with black furniture. You'll see real quick which one makes the room look bigger. So like, not everything needs this insane amount of research. This is why we have common sense, quite literally why we have reason and common sense. Oh no, absolutely, Truffle. Yeah, I don't, if I asked like a guy out or something, right? And he was like, oh, sorry, you're just like not my type, you're kind of like too short. I would have been like, bro, just say you're not interested. Jeez. That would hurt much less. Like, that's, how does it help you at that point? Yeah. You gotta choose, you know? You're not always gonna make the right choices, but yeah. Human condition. Lying. Yeah, I'm sure some do. There is one guy that I worked with and he was like, I only date blondes. I don't like brunettes. So I'm sure there's guys who are like, oh, you're too short, or you know, blah 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 blah. What if I was like 3'5"? I'd rather somebody say, oh no, I'm just not interested. Yeah, unless you have some positive criticism, like you're not gonna date them because they're an asshole, then I do think it's fair to share that information. They're not gonna punch you if you do it, but like there's certain information that's just not helpful. Yeah. Chess mommies. You can tell them that. They'd be like, this guy's weird. Never mind. He just said he only dates chess mommies. But hair color but height. Okay. Hair colors, okay, first of all, hair color is so much crazier than height for me. I think it's like really weird to date based on hair color. Like, that's very strange in my opinion. You know? No, I would not call myself that. Don't you guys think, like, hair color, like really of all things, hair color? It would make more sense if like a very short girl asked you out and you're like really tall and you're like, bro, sorry, like, and not like that because of that height difference. It's not comfortable for everybody. I think that's totally fair. But like hair color is nuts to me. Fair enough. It could be nuts. But I do think there's some people like that. But saying that height, say it was hair color then, but then I wouldn't give a shit too much about that actually. But say they were like, oh, you know, I don't like your teeth. Sorry, your teeth. They're just the ratio is a little off for me. Okay. Listen, it's a hypothetical. You can add whatever, apply whatever hypothetical. There's a reason they're single at my age. Well, yeah, some women are very, and that's just social media. There's social media. The same thing with like guys calling, you know, certain beautiful women mediocre, but yeah. Someone said my teeth were fucked up, but that was her thing. What? That's like a super unhinged thing to say. Oh my god. Okay. That's okay. I see. Mm. Oh wow. How did you feel about that? Debate podcast. That would be fun. What's up, Eskia? Yes, maybe I should. It's fun. I mean I enjoy it. Like I enjoy it more for the learning aspect when it comes to debate. I do feel like I always learn something interesting. And like gain different perspectives. Hmm. So I don't mind it. It's a good way to make yourself think. Dead wrong. Okay, spin. Alright. Yeah, teeth can definitely be valid if it's extreme. But I don't think it's right to tell somebody that. Like, there's no point of knocking somebody's confidence down completely. Like, I wouldn't want to be that person personally. Unless you think you could help them. But then you have to do it in a certain way. Haha. Yeah. But there are people who are extremely, like, you know, extra about that crap. Let's do it. Let's hope my audio is good because I did not check that. Oh, okay, we're good. We're good. Well, yeah, if you're saying, bro, I don't want to date you because you're ugly, like, that's different, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, way different. Because there's got to be a purpose behind it. Mm. Mm. Let's say this. Let's see. Just do that. You know? Well, yeah, but like I was saying, then it depends how you say it. That would matter a lot. You know what I mean? Mm. It's getting bigger. You take it. Place your bets. Once plenty. Sorry, give me a sec. Huh. You want. I want to say something like that. But then I also really like something like this. Oh, I gotta be careful here. I just noticed that. Let's do that. Gotta go quickly. What am I missing here? I see. I see. I can take like that. Because if I take like that... Alright, so say I ignore that, they play that. Can I just take that and then I'd be good? Because, I mean, I see something like that. No, I don't want to do that. Let's take this. Or I could do something like this. Kind of just want to take that, though. Mm. Damn, that's annoying. Let me think. Crap. Okay, I didn't see it, thank God. I got scared for a second. No, that freaking... Okay, hold up. I want to say something like that, but kind of ugly. This just got me in a lot of trouble. That one freaking move, dude. That sucks. I'm gonna do that. Oh no, that does that. Aw, I didn't see that. I didn't see that either. That's over. That's over. Damn, Pred is actually saying he's suspicious. Makes me question him. That's interesting. It's not right. You wanna see us fight? Like, I literally can't go anywhere. It's not fair. It's not fair. Hmm. Hmm. We'll see. That sucks that there was that sacrifice that was on me, though. Should have been more careful, I guess. Who were they? Fair. It's not fair. Alright, this is kind of stupid though. Why are they not mating? There was like a million mates at this point. It's kind of annoying. It's really annoying. Yeah, that's oh crap, I wasn't paying attention. Guess we can look at it. I mean, the least I could do. Look at those losses though. Least I could do. Just have him check the game, period. There's something else. I don't know. Yeah. Fair enough. I don't know. I don't know. It's really hard to know. Period. It's not fair. It's not fair. That was stupid. All because of one stupid move that I made. Period. That's it. If there was one move that I made that was like stupid, you know? Well, I could have, but there were just too many ways at that point. Does the accuracy even matter? Because isn't like the strategy to like to turn stockfish on and off? Or what? Yeah, I don't know. I think that position didn't actually have that though, because I mean, like I lost the piece to a stupid knight fork, which I guess I should have just taken. Like, I think that probably could have happened. Wow, this is that bad. I didn't knew this was gonna be a problem. That's what I forgot. So, what was the move here? Oh, I could have just taken. Wait, why did I just take here? I think I like, for whatever reason, my brain did stop working. I did. That's on me. I did miss that. Hi, Bishop. How's it going? You missed the old debate earlier. I feel like Bishop would have had something to say about it. Oh well. That was on me. Hmm. 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 You know what I'm gonna do? One sec. See that first? That's fine. Go ahead and do something like that then. This. I'm not gonna castle, obviously, in that direction. I have to castle. You know what? I'm not gonna castle. And I'm gonna regret it. But I know I shouldn't castle this direction. It's a bad mistake. But, actually, not the worst. Depends what I do. We'll see. Will do. Yeah, see, guys? I didn't have to castle to win! What are you guys gonna say about that? I did not even have to castle. This is where, GG's. This is where somebody should say that's not how that works. Just because you didn't castle doesn't mean it's the reason you won your game. Mm-hmm. Correlation, causation, blah blah blah. King in the middle, flex, flex, flex. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. How are we gonna do this though? This. I'm thinking that. Ay, 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 ay. They're gonna do this. Let's see. I'm gonna do something like that. Nah, I'm gonna do this instead. And then I'm gonna do me. I don't really feel like giving that up though. Probably just play that. Kind of like the idea of bringing this here though. Knight takes c4. Same. All right, watch this, guys. You know what? I gotta watch out for that, Pred. What's up, Sirla? Sir, how do you doing? I can't say your name. It's hard. It's a pleasant... It's a pleasant irony. Kind of want to do this. Yes, yes, yes. Mm-hmm. Mm. Hmm. Ah. See that? Hmm. I am the worst. Want to say this? No. We have to take like this, actually. That's problematic. Is there something better? I didn't see this. That's annoying. Swept. That's annoying. What if I do something like this? Nah. That move was useless, is what I'm understanding here. Wow. Let's do this. No, this is gonna be a problem. How about something like this? Wait, why did I play that? I forgot about this. That's my bad. I was not... I forgot about that. Oops. Whoops. Alright, this gotta change. Alright, we gotta go aggro. Let's do that. Leave you behind. Shit, they saw that. We're gonna have to play something like that. We can lock in their, bishop, though. Wait, I just messed up. Damn it! I totally messed up. Ugh, great. Okay, whatever. Can you do about it? Nothing. I'm messing up way too much right now. Dude, I'm totally messed up a lot. Let me think. So if I do this, this happens. Right. If I could. I want to say something like that. Hmm. Eh. As long as there's not like double check. Want to say something like this now? This is so sketchy. Let's see, we'll do our best. Alright, let's see what I can do here. But then definitely could get scary. Let's see. How about something like that? I don't have a lot of time. This, that. This. I want to say something like this now. But then they can do that. See that? I have a feeling I'm gonna regret this. I think I could have just played this and I would have been fine. But I have 51 seconds in a dream. Oh, that scared me. I don't know why. Okay, how about something like this? Wait, that's a mistake now that I'm looking at it. Damn it. I may have missed that by accident. That sucks. Alright, it's not over yet though. Wow, we somehow made it. But I don't have time, you guys. That sucks. Damn it. Zook Swang. That's what it ended up coming down to. It's already 6:46. Not good days for chess today. Mm-hmm. Oh shit. Okay, thank God. Hmm. Let's just do that to be fancy. Because it's fancy, period. If you're afraid of... Oh, I took too long. I had it. You know what I mean? Like, I had it. Oh, wow. That was kind of funny. I didn't see that. Wow, you still made the mistake. Wait, what the fuck? Oh, shit. Was not paying attention. Damn it. That's really annoying. Oh, come on. So annoying. Ugh. Yes. Dang it. Alright, this is- I think chess is not it today, guys. Are you kidding me? God damn it. Ugh. I fell for that of all things. Some bogus. That's hella bogus. Honestly. Oh, that's bogus too. Wasn't paying attention. That's over? Oh. Okay. No, it's over? No? The hell? Alright. This is not going well. Hi Tartar, how you doing? Okay, that's fine with me. More risk, better for me. Still lost on time even though they're trolling? That sucks. How do you know they're cheaters? That's a lot of cheaters. Just gotta keep playing. That's all I could do. Hello, old friend. I don't know, this is working out. I don't really know what I'm doing. Alright, first of all, let's do that. God damn it. Okay, hold up. Oh shit. Oh, that would have been very bad. I still lost to the clock. Oh, I'm so glad I didn't see that. I still lost to the clock though. Okay, let's go faster. Let's go faster. Faster, faster, faster. Come on. Okay. What the fuck? Aw. I wish I saw that. Go straight through the dagger, never break the fall. Are you serious? Oh, I'm good, I'm good. Oh, thank God. Oof, I got scared for a second. Okay, let me think here. Let's see. Shit. I'm taking too long. Oh. Oh, thank God they didn't see it. Okay, let's do that. Okay, that. Somewhere in the crowd. Perfect. Perfect. Oh my god, I don't have any time left? Aw. Try to end on a good win. I'm skipping the gym for this right now. I think. Somewhere in the crowd. That. Wait, it's pinned. No. Okay, let's do that instead. I didn't notice that it was pinned, you guys. Do you know how sad that made me? Okay, screw this. I think we got this still somehow. The fact that this worked out is hilarious. Yeah, this is kind of lame. I didn't see that. Oh, they didn't either. Hell yeah. I like this game. Yes. 13 seconds. I can do this. You know. What the hell was that? Okay. Oh no. Oh, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good at. I thought I was screwed. I got it. Oh, yeah, but today I had other stuff to do. Got the meat though. I did it. I pre-moved even. Like a professional. Alright. I'm gonna get going. Maybe I will actually go to the gym. Maybe I'll make it. I have to do taxes though. I haven't done that yet, so maybe not. I totally would have flagged. Alright. Take care, everybody. I should probably finish those. I have 2 days. No, whatever. Dude, seriously, Tom, I don't want to do that shit. So I don't not want to do that. I've done the other part. I just have to do that. It's not gonna be fun. Wish me luck, everybody. Alright. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care, guys. Have a good night. Good evening, whatever. So long. Peace out. Dude, they do spin. They suck a lot. Bye-bye. Want to see a funny game? I am in a rush.